Merry Christmas. It's December 1st, so as far as I'm concerned, it's Christmas. All right. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. So, we're just going to jump right into it. Let's see. So, I'm winging this more than I normally do because I don't know if you realized that it was Thanksgiving this past week and it has been a whirlwind of activity. I also just had surgery. So things have just been absolutely off the chain. All right. So this is video 2 of my post-show series, kind of documenting my reverse out of my bikini prep diet, basically. So if you're just joining, there's a playlist that kind of documents my prep, which is interesting to watch. So go back and check that out. But also, this is the second video that I'm doing to show how you come out of the diet and what that looks like mentally and physically. But I'm only doing every other week. So this is the second video, which means that this is almost 4 weeks post my last show. So I did 2 shows. They were about 2 weeks apart. And so my final show where I fully came out of prep was tomorrow, a month ago. That's crazy. So, what has happened? Okay. Well, in between my first video, I have had a couple check-ins with my coach, and we didn't make any changes. My weight was still kind of going up, and then I also had surgery. So I had a hysterectomy 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. Tuesday will be 2 weeks. So I'm about 10 or 11, 12-ish. I don't know. I'm some days post-op. 12-ish, I think. Yeah, 12 days post-op today. And then we're coming up on 2 weeks post-surgery. So things were not going very well with my reverse 2 weeks ago when I was 2 weeks into it. I just was not staying on my macros. I was overeating what I was supposed to be eating. So my coach set me up with some macros to stay on, and we were going to kind of just slowly come out of this pretty big deficit that I was in to get stage lean. I was not doing what I was supposed to do, did not care. There was no point. I didn't want to be hungry. And a person that you're looking at who did not come out of their macros one time in prep could not stay on my macros. And I should put this in present tense because it has not gone away. But I wasn't eating like junk. Like, we still haven't gone out to eat very much at all since my prep, which is frustrating because I wanted to. I miss doing that, but I don't have the macros for it. Because I won't eat my macros, and so he can't increase my macros. It just is like this wheel that I keep running on. But it's getting better. So I would get hungry. I would have like this anxiety about being hungry. Like I can't be hungry. Only because there was no point in my head. This is all what's going on up here, which is a scary place to be. Okay. So that's where I was. I had like no willpower whatsoever. And I'm still kind of there. It's getting better. So when I get hungry, 4 weeks later, when I get hungry, I can be hungry. Not a big deal. I can let myself be hungry without feeling like I need to eat something immediately, which is good because when I was feeling that way, I wouldn't have, like, while I was cooking whatever I had logged, I was also like snacking on pretzels or peanuts which is the worst thing. You guys know, if you ever look at the macros on nuts, it is like little bit of protein, huge amount of fat. And like, you don't even get full. You just like keep shoveling them in your mouth. Oh my God, worst decision ever. So, we can't have those in the house right now. So that's where I was mentally. And then physically, so my stage weight was 128.8. That was the lowest I got on my very last show. And I'm weighing around 145, 147, something like that. And so I've gained 20 pounds ish in 4 weeks, which is not ideal. It's not body fat. It is probably water, a lot of water, and some body fat, which we need. I needed to gain more body fat. So, but I complicated it by having surgery, gynecological surgery at that. So in an already kind of not great mental state, I decided, I didn't really decide this is when we could fit it. You know what I mean? So I had to have a hysterectomy. So I also had to take pictures for check-in. And, guys, last week I showed you pictures and did not love. And then I had to do them again right after surgery because it was Friday, and Friday is my check-in, and I had surgery on Tuesday. But there is something to be said for consistency in your habits. And so I checked in with pictures. And oh my good Lord, I must be a glutton for punishment. It was terrible. I will show them to you because I think it's important. But please note that this is 2 days post surgery, and this is what a body 2 days post surgery looks like. Whether you're in prep or not, there is a ton of fluid, a ton of swelling, and I think this is important for people to see. So this is this in a second. I will throw up my picture, my check-in picture from a couple days post-op, my most recent check-in picture that I've sent, and just it will be there in all of its loveliness. But just know, any surgery, you're going to have a lot of swelling in a lot of places that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So here this is. You can see there is a lot of swelling, a lot of water retention, and this has nothing to do with my reverse or how well I'm doing my reverse or how poorly I'm doing my reverse. This is just what post-op surgery looks like. Now, I still have gained weight at kind of a fast rate. So what has happened is we are still staying at my macros. It is getting easier for me to be in my macros and actually meet them and not go over and not grab handfuls of peanuts and shove them in my face. That's getting better. My hunger and my fullness cues are present, which is nice. So I am hungry, but then I also am starting to feel full, which means my hormones that tell me these things, ghrelin and leptin, if you really want to nerd out about it, must be kind of normalizing. Now, I've not gotten blood work done because I don't want to pay the $200. So we're just going off of symptoms here. So those are probably normalizing. And as they normalize, I think it will be easier for me to stay in my macros. Side note, we're not discussing Thanksgiving because we didn't track on Thanksgiving. But I still was hungry and got full. So all those things are coming back to what feels like normal for me. And that's good. So that is how we are tracking where I'm at. So we are tracking scale weight, but that is like completely blown out right now. One, because of Thanksgiving. Two, because of surgery. That has really muddied some things. And then we're tracking how I'm sleeping, how my energy is, and my training. Now, my training is non-existent right now because I can't lift because I had surgery. And that is driving me absolutely crazy. I'm not happy about it, and it just sucks. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like it. It's not great for just my mental state in general when I know I need to be at least maintaining my weight, if not dropping a little bit of weight right now to kind of slow down the weight gain that I'm having. And it's just hard to sit at the house and not train and try not to be hungry and try not to eat and don't eat because you're bored and all these things. Like, it's just, for someone even who is like what I would say is an expert at dieting and eating and, doing what I'm supposed to do, it's still hard, and it just is, it's annoying. And so, I would say this 2 weeks, at 4 weeks, I feel more normal, but I'm still like not in a great place as far as like how I feel about my food, and how I feel about my training, but that has to do with surgery. So what my recommendations would be is don't have surgery 2 weeks after your last bodybuilding show. Maybe, push that out until you're at a better place physically and mentally. But it was when it had to be. So that's what it is. So, to sum that up, I feel like I rambled a lot today, and I'm usually a little more organized than this. But again, holidays are just a mess. We had like 2 kids here on top of my kid and like 6 adults. It's been insane. And it's 20 something degrees outside. My brain doesn't even have enough heat to function. It's just ridiculous. In Georgia, what in the world? So in comparison to my last video, I would say, to sum it all up, my physical checks, like my hunger, my fullness, my energy, my sleep, my digestion, all of those things are getting back to normal, but we are not there yet. And some of that got kind of clouded by surgery. But surgery is probably responsible for a very small percentage of it. And then mentally, it's getting better. I think I will be able to hit my macros, 90 to 100% this week. And that's probably the first time since I came out of prep, to be honest. And so I am hopeful that we can actually see what's happening with the macros that I was given, because it's like this terrible cycle that I keep. My coach is giving me the macros, and if I would just eat the macros, I probably would have not had a big weight increase, and I could have gotten more food, but I couldn't. I just didn't see the reasoning for it, because I was like, I don't have a show. I don't have a reason to be hungry. And I just wish now looking back, I wish I would have just taken a little bit more care of my body and been a little bit more mentally stronger. And we probably wouldn't be in like this like negative feedback loop, but we are, and I'm slowly clawing my way out of it. So, and it also gets a little clouded with the holidays too, right? Because, there's snacks and, people want to eat every freaking day. They want to eat something junky. Like, why are we having like a week of Thanksgiving and a week of Christmas? Like, it's a day. It's one day, people. Why are we spreading it out? I'm just as guilty as everyone else, but I don't know. Anyway, that's my rant for the video. I don't know. So in 2 more weeks, I will be about 4 weeks post-op. I am not cleared to do anything except walk and light upper body exercises. I'm hoping at my post-op appointment, I will get cleared to do lighter lower body exercises. I have been working out just body weight stuff. So, I'm not good at sitting, and I don't know that I could have not trained. I did wait a week. And so then I've been finding some YouTube body weight video, and they've been hard. So, if you are having surgery soon, obviously follow your doctor's advice. I am a medical professional, but I'm not your medical professional. So always listen to your doctor. Don't listen to some random person on YouTube. But there's a lot of resources for some sort of activity on YouTube. And, walking is always an option as long as it's cleared by your doctor. Asterisk. And just because you can't do what you normally do doesn't mean you can't do anything. So I would just put that in your brain socket somewhere and just know that where there's a will, there's a way. And the last thing I will leave you with is just something that I have been focusing on a lot is instead of having a bad attitude, we're going to have an attitude of gratitude. So put that on a throw pillow. And just, I've been really focused on what I am doing right and what I am doing well, and obviously what I could do better. But the majority of my focus has been on how much better I feel, how many better decisions I've been making, and hopefully there's just kind of a light here at the end, because I just want to go back to being able to work out in 6 weeks. Why is it so long when you have surgery? God, it drives me crazy. And, being able to go out to a restaurant every once in a while, being able to not think about what I'm eating, and just working out and growing and training so I can do all of this again, hopefully in a healthier way, but so I can do all this and, have fun and, balance things well with a hobby that I enjoy. So hopefully we'll get there. I think I am so hopeful in the next video, which will be 6 weeks post-show, 4 weeks post-op, that things will have really fully settled out, and I will be in a good spot to report back. And hopefully I will actually get some more food, but that's up to me, because I have to actually eat my macros and give the right data points for changes to happen. So tune in next time. We'll see what happens. This was really rambly. If this was your first video, oh my God, that's so bad. Hopefully I'll be more organized next time, but in 2 weeks, what's it going to be like? Almost Christmas. So odds are probably not. We've got cheer competitions in between, and we're going on a vacation to these gardens that we really like to do close to Atlanta. So I'm sure I've just overscheduled myself and have probably set myself up for some hot messes in the next couple weeks. But check in, make sure you subscribe so you can see what kind of disaster happened in 2 more weeks. And share this with your friends who are coming out of a reverse or having surgery, or just, trying to just find acceptance of things that are maybe not how they want them. Maybe I can be some light of wisdom and hope, or not. We'll see. And check back in with me in 2 weeks to see how it's going. Talk to you later. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Don't let the holidays stress you out. Enjoy time with your family. And I'll see you next time. Bye.